we have already seen that field inside the wires or in between the wires is exactly cancelled out. This is cancelled out. So we get a very big loop outside the solenoid. Here you can also see. So this is in this direction, this is in this direction. So inside the field is in this direction. Inside the solenoid, field is in this direction. Outside we can see this direction. But one important thing you can see here, we have taken only 6 turns, 1 2 3 sorry 5 turns. Even with this 5 turns, inside field is very strong. Inside field is very strong, you can see, but outside field is very weak. If you see, this field outside is very weak. If we make solenoid much lengthier, solenoid is much lengthier, if we take this solenoid and there are many turns, so field outside is very weak. So if this solenoid is very big, field outside becomes very weak. So I could not show this due to the limitation of paper, but this field is very weak. This field is also very weak. So field outside is very weak, field inside is very strong, because outside loop is very big, and if loop is very big, distance is very large. At large distances, field is very big. So what we have considered? We have considered the solenoid is very large. So the length of solenoid is large. In that case, what will happen? Suppose this is a very long solenoid. So inside we have a magnetic field, but outside what will happen? This is so weak. Outside it is so weak that we can consider B is nearly equal to 0. Outside the solenoid, B is nearly equal to 0, but it is true only when L is large. For a large solenoid, this field outside is so weak that we can consider this field to be 0, but inside there is field. So that's why we took very long solenoid. So now you would ask, why do we take long solenoid? Because if we don't take solenoid long, then this will be only a loop with some turns. A solenoid must be long. This is a property that solenoid must be very long. Generally solenoids are quite large and have a large number of turns. If this solenoid is not long, then this is just a coil with a large number of turns. So there are no short coils, no short solenoids. Solenoid must be very long. Now here let us read this description. Figure 4.17 displays the magnetic field lines for a finite solenoid. So we have already discussed, it is clear from the circular loops that field between two neighboring turns vanishes. So we have already discussed for this loop and for this loop, this is up, this is down, and it gets cancelled out. Now we have to see the magnetic field at some point P and a point Q and point Q, and this point Q is out of the solenoid. So let us see the figure once again. So if we see, this point Q is out of the solenoid, this P is inside the solenoid, and at this P magnetic field is very strong, at Q magnetic field is very weak because it is outside, and we have already discussed outside magnetic field gets weaker and weaker as solenoid becomes lengthier. So it is clear from the circular loop that the field between two neighboring turns vanishes. One thing is that we said that the field at interior midpoint P is uniform, strong, and along the axis of solenoid. So at P, field is very strong inside the solenoid. Suppose this is the solenoid, so inside field is very strong and along the axis of solenoid. So this is also the axis of solenoid. So solenoid is like this. So we can see this is parallel to solenoid. The field at exterior point Q, let this point be Q, is weak. Moreover, is along the axis of solenoid with no perpendicular or normal component. Let us leave this part. Only thing is that Q outside field is weak. This is weak. Inside it is strong. Only thing important is inside it is strong, outside it is weak, and in between wires there is no field. So these are three things. Inside field is strong, outside it is weak, and between the wires field is not there. As the solenoid is made longer, it appears to be like a long cylindrical metal sheet. So what would happen if we keep on making this solenoid longer and longer? This will look like a long cylindrical metal sheet. So let us consider this to be a metal sheet. As the solenoid is made longer, it appears to look like a long cylindrical metal sheet, which is shown in this figure. So this is the solenoid. So again here you can see dots here. That means current is coming out. Here crosses, that means current is going inside the plane of paper. So this is the same solenoid, but now it is so tightly wound that it looks like a cylindrical metal sheet. Figure 4.18, this figure represent this idealized picture. This is only the idealized picture when wires are so tightly wound that there is no gap. So in that case this will look like a cylinder. The field outside the solenoid approaches 0. So since this solenoid is becoming long and long, because for long solenoid this loop has to be very big. This loop has to be very big. For small solenoid this loop has to be very small. So if this loop becomes very big, the distance is very large. The distance is very large. Distance is getting larger. If the distance is getting larger, field is getting weaker and weaker. Suppose we take solenoid to be very large. Solenoid is very large. This loop will become further large and B is reducing. So let us assume that B outside this solenoid, magnetic field outside this solenoid is 0. We shall assume that the field outside is 0 because it is so weak that we will not consider. We will consider only the field inside. The field inside become everywhere parallel to x-axis. So parallel to the x-axis. So if this solenoid is very large, inside the field become parallel and outside the field become 0. So this is parallel field inside and outside field is 0. So here B is nearly equal to 0. Inside field is parallel. So let us see the last figure once again. If you can see, if we take only this small portion, so here you can see that field is parallel. Field lines are parallel. But if we go towards the end, these are not parallel. So if we increase the length of this solenoid, so what would happen? The length of these parallel section will also increase. This parallel section will also increase. But if you see here, these loops are getting bigger and bigger. So these loops are getting bigger and bigger. So if length is increasing, field outside is going down and down, that means field outside is almost 0 and inside field is becoming parallel if length is very large. So in this case what we have assumed that solenoid is like a metal sheet, round metal sheet, and a cylinder, it forms a cylinder kind of structure, this kind of structure, and this is very lengthy, and because of its length field inside is parallel and field outside is 0. So this is the assumption, field outside is 0, field inside is parallel. So these are the assumptions. Solenoid is long, field outside is 0, inside is parallel to the axis.